Hello everyone, I am Professor Amit Solanki from the S&D College of Engineering and Research Center, Yeola, District Nasik. Now today we will start our next unit number 3 of the subject PECD, Power Electronics Control Drive. The third unit is totally depends or describe about the motor drives of the induction motor. Induction motor drives first part. In that subject, in that unit, we will discuss about what are the braking methods, what are the speed control methods of the induction motor drives. In previous unit, we have discussed about the DC motor drive. That means all about the concept of the DC motor. What about the DC motor? What are their speed control methods? What are their braking methods? So as it is in this unit, so these are the some content of this unit of the syllabus. So first, braking method. So there are DC dynamic braking, rheostatic braking, plugging, and regenerative braking. As already we discussed in the DC motor drives, these types of braking times are same like dynamic braking, regenerative braking, and plugging. Basically, brakings are only 3 types, right? So in that DC motor, we will discuss about the AC motor, this type of different electrical braking. What are the phenomena? What are the specification of electrical braking in the induction motor drives? Next, V by F control and comparison with stator voltage control. Then voltage source inverter control, steady state analysis. Then current source inverter, control loop and closed loop, regenerative braking, and multi-corded operation of induction motor drives. Relative merits and demerits of VSI and CSI for induction motor drive. The numericals on VSI and CSI fed induction motor drive. These are the topics on which we will discuss the induction motor drives, their braking methods, and their speed control methods, and numerical based on that. So one by one we will discuss in the lecture. And now today we will discuss some basic part, introduction part of the induction motor drive. So let us understand with historical review of the induction motor drive, or we can say that the electrical motor drive. So according to the historical background, we can say that in the past, DC motor is widely used in the area of variable speed operation. But in that case, the DC motor have many disadvantages because of the presence of commutator and the brushes. As you know that in DC motor there are the very more advantages of the commutator and brushes. So for that, it required to have many more heavy maintenance and many other things. So this problem is overcome by the AC motor, or we can say that the induction motor, right? So as you know that in generally industrial, there are 3-phase squirrel cage induction motor is widely used for good self-starting capability, simple and rugged structure, low cost and reliability. So as we know that in industrial purpose, the induction motor is mostly used for the operation of the many industrial process. So therefore, induction motor is very useful as compared to DC motor. If we are observe in this slide, you can see here the graph static data is given here from 1990 to 2005, and this year there is also In that graph, you can see here the AC versus DC electric drive market dynamics. AC 60%, 40% DC, 95, 70%, 30%. In 2000, AC is used 75%, DC is used 25%. In 2005 and so on, there will be percentages increases up to 90% plus 10% of the DC motor. But in some cases, we are using today also DC drive because there are some specific reason or specific reliability. So for that, for requirement, according to the requirement, we can use the DC motor and AC motor drive. So these are the basic fundamental about the historical review. So according to historical background, we can say that the induction motor is popularly used as compared to DC motor. So for adjustable speed drives, AC motor have become the preferred choice in many industrial applications where control speed is required. Okay. In that figure, you can see here the basic structure of the induction motor. So in that, you can see here the basic structure of the induction motor. Basically, in any type of motor, there are only three parts main. One is stator, second one is the rotor. Okay. So in that induction motor, there is a stator winding, as you observe in this figure. This is the bearings, okay, and this is the rotor. So these are the three main parts. According to that, induction motor is operated. In many purpose, many applications nowadays, the induction motor are used. So that is very beneficial for all the industrial process as well as domestic, okay, and commercial. So variable frequency inverters with induction motors are used in many adjustable speed applications. So now our main objective is to how to control the speed of the induction motor. So there are, according to the torque equation or speed equation, we can find out what are the parameters are depend to the speed control of the induction motor. So in that slide, you can see here the speed control method of the induction motor. The basic relationship for the speed torque characteristic of induction motor, that is the P of E is equals to P of M upon omega M. You can put this value is equals to 3 into P by 2 V square R2 dash upon S omega S in bracket R1 plus R2 dash upon S whole square plus X square PQ. So in that you can see here, this is the equation. According to this equation, we can find out the parameters how to control the speed of the induction motor. Okay, as we can conventional methods are also, you know, that pole changing method, variable supply voltage method, variable rotor resistance, variable supply frequency. So these are all the methods are conventional method that was used before earlier. But in that nowadays we are going to the advanced method like VYF method, vector control. Okay, so these are the some advanced method. In that we are getting the constant torque. The main thing is to get constant torque. This is the main task for induction motor drive. Okay, so these are the basic concept of the induction motor drives. Now one by one we will discuss the braking methods and speed control methods of the induction motor drive. So these are the today's lecture. In that we have study about the first syllabus for the unit 3rd and the basic concept introduction part of the induction motor drive, their equations, their speed control methods, conventional. So these are the all about the today's lecture. Now in the next lecture we will discuss the breakings of the AC motor or induction motor. So thank you so much for watching this video.